A lot of people I know wouldn't have made it through high school if it wasn't for arts programs. You're trying to actively engage the mind of a young person. There's a good percentage of us that really aren't turned on by math and science. We need other inspiration.
You guys will rehearse it till you have it, so Monday you can just relax.
Tim Robbins works with Get Lit, a nonprofit program that provides inspiration through poetry. Actress Diane Luby Lane is the founder and executive director.
Our mission is to increase teen literacy in Los Angeles, we say. It's really so much more. It's not enough that you show up here and bond. That's a great thing, but I'm not running an after-school program for at-risk youth. And I don't mean to be mean about it, I'm just not.
I saw the best minds of my generation destroyed by madness, starving, hysterical, naked.
They introduce these kids to really good poets and make them learn it and make them study that poetry before they start to write their own. And in doing so, they are attaching a discipline, a literary discipline, to the program that is making these kids think in ways way beyond their own experience and their own lives.
And if I awaken in Los Angeles, I will not have to say my prayers to the east past cities.
This is the other part. Say my prayers to the east. Most of the world is saying their prayers to the east. What does that mean? Why are they saying their prayers to the east?
Aren't they talking about
We're taking kids that we feel have potential. We're challenging them to become artists and to become scholars.
I will not have to say my prayers to the east. Past heads of palm trees through foggy breezes, because I will be a prayer as I perform.
Okay, cut. This is it. This is the whole message of the poem, because I will be a prayer. I am going to be so transformed that I will be the prayer. Does that make sense? You really? Let's hear you say it.
I will not have to say my prayers to the east, past heads of...
Sorry, honey. It's really important that you hit the word east, because it's not about a location. It's not about a church. It's not about a God. That's what she's saying. It's about I am the blessing. So you can't rush her saying specifically east. You can't rush that. Try again.
I will not have to say my prayers to the east, past heads of trees.
Poetry is special because we're a species that language is important to us, words are important to us. They were created for a reason.
This morning, I have too much to do to awaken. Say my prayers, feed the birds, head to the refrigerator, and forget.
Beautiful. Part of the Get Lit program would say, you memorize a classic, get that inside of you, and have a conversation now with this poet. Have a conversation with this poem. What do you want to say back?
I just don't understand why you made me your big, fat secret if you knew it caused me so much pain.
They'll write back and we'll work on it till it rises to the level of the classic, and that's pretty empowering.
I am not comfortable talking about boys, men. Boys pretending to be men, or men playing as boys to capture the woman inside me. That woman has been hidden ever since I was 8.
Poetry is this amazing thing. It just opened me up. I found who I was. I didn't know who I was. And poetry just said, Taylor, this is who you are. And I grabbed it and I used it.
Staring into the light with shaking hands and dried tears is because someone hurt her.
It was hard to write it. It felt really icky to write it down. I'm like, I don't want to write about this. But I did.
I don't like talking about it. I don't wear makeup. And when I look in the mirror, I still see that girl.
So I'm glad that I got to get that out for myself and maybe leave that behind on the paper. Hopefully.
This stuff is important for kids, how they feel, how much in control of their lives and destinies are they, and if they feel like they can really accomplish something that was difficult, these kids feel like they can become things that they didn't think they could before.
Revolutionaries out of Facebook pages, we fired back letters.
It's a lot of things that you sort of think education ought to be about, but it's hard to find it really going on.
Part of the Get Lit mission is to bring poetry to high schools around Los Angeles.
When we show up and they hear it's a poetry recital, nobody's excited, you know? Yeah, poetry sounds really boring. And then when they see that it's teenagers, they're a little shocked. And then you think, well, if that person's doing it, you start to think, well, could I do it? You start to gauge your own self and what you're doing with your time versus what they're doing with their time.
El Rancho, make some noise!
This idea of being up there and you have a story to tell. It's not enough to just know the words. You have to really know the words so that you can find the music and the rhythm.
1.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Justin walks like a boy, talks like a boy, and dances like a dove with wings of fire made on.
So I've seen how they develop, and one, you know, at first real timid and quiet, and then a couple years later, just full-on performance and confidence and a voice that has been discovered in themselves. That's so beautiful to watch. It's like watching this child become an adult, really, and an adult in a good way.
He never kept a straight face when he looked at me, always laughed them off. The questions like,
why do you stand now?
What's wrong with dirt under your fingernails?
Do you think she's pretty?
What type of a black boy wants to be a ballerina when he grows up? If I was him, I would have never spoken to me again because I treated him less than a man.
Thou shalt not kill.
I treated him less than human.
Thou shalt not kill.
I treated him like that one gay boy every girl needs in her life, like a purse.
People say a lot of silly things, but Jesus never told a songbird not to sing.
Make some more noise for Jasmine and Brianna.
Most school visits include classroom workshops.
When we're talking about complex concepts like death,
the young performers share poetry's power to open up new worlds of creative possibility.
Here, you've captured something that's as big as the universe and put it into 3 quatrains in a couplet.
But here's something that's really cool that I learned myself, and this really, really tripped me out. Like, if you guys listen, all right, what's a good song? Eminem, have you guys heard Lose Yourself?
Yeah.
All right, that's a sick song, right? Palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, there's vomit on his sweater already, mom's spaghetti. He's nervous, but on the surface, he looks calm and ready. You see how complex this really is when you really actually break it down? It's more than just music. This is like, wow. And this is called feminine rhyme. There's masculine rhyme as well. I learned about this not too long ago, and this tripped me out. Because you know, in hip hop, we call this multi-syllables. And in English, this is feminine rhyme. So, you know, that's just another way of letting you guys know that all this classical stuff and poetry really does connect directly to everything you listen to, such as Eminem, you know?
It's a really beautiful thing to watch teens teaching other teens.
Is everyone cool with their poem? They understand it? Otherwise, we can take a minute or two to like read it through.
To watch these kids go from being young learners to then teachers that's really remarkable. So they are very empowered by getting to work with other young people.
So tell us who it is first.
Mother to Son by Langston Hughes. Well, son, I'll tell you, life for me ain't been no crystal stair.
They themselves are so newly vulnerable to the whole process. They understand how scary it is to stand up there and recite someone else's words.
Are you willing to be sponged out, erased, canceled?
Someone that believes that they have something to say and believes that other people want to hear that, and that the legitimacy of what they have to say is verified by live performance. It's something that does wonders for self-esteem and self-confidence.
My body is a jigsaw puzzle. Not whole in itself, not sure sometimes.
Tonight, the Get Lit poets are performing at Tim Robbins' Actors Gang Theater in Culver City.
Everybody needs to find that place where they're magnificent. These kids, a lot of them, this is that place. If you take that away from them, they will never know themselves as leaders. They will never know themselves as contributors.
Because we understand that a society is only sustained in the midst of turmoil with arts. We know what pains birthed hip-hop, the Harlem Renaissance, rock, and blues. We are the most diverse school in the nation. We know that art is the only thing that makes Los Angeles' school district unified.
When Get Lit came into my drama class, I was just like, oh my God, they're really honest. I want to say something. I want to shock somebody with the truth. I auditioned after that, and that's, how it all started. Kind of saved my life in a way. Not even kinda, not even in a way. It totally saved my life.